Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. If you're here, then it means you want to see how to make bread in the air fryer. Well, you came to the right place. And in addition to that, I'm going to also show you how to make kale chips, a kale that came straight from the garden. So come on in, pull up a chair, take some notes. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Let me set you up so that you can have a proper view. So wait for some more people to show up. If you were on last night, you saw how to make oat flour from oatmeal. Oats flour from the oats. And it's the same flour that I'm going to be using to make bread. I'm going to add some wheat flour to it as well. So thank you for coming. Hope you're doing well. How is everybody this evening? Hey, it's almost Friday for some of us. Some of you are already close to being Friday. But hey, the weekend is here. Just giving the others a little bit more time to come in so that I don't have to repeat myself about the ingredients and the process too much. So I'm going to be using flour, of course, some olive oil, dry yeast, and salt. Very few ingredients. Just flour, oil, salt, and yeast. 4 ingredients. Thank you for coming. Remember your thumbs up as you come in. Welcome. Yeah, as you can see from the title, and some of you may have already know if you were here last night, that I'm going to be making bread in the air fryer, oats bread in the air fryer. I'm going to be adding some wheat flour to it as well, but most of the flour is going to be the oats flour. It's going to be done in the air fryer. Easy recipe. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Remember your thumbs up. Well, I see we have about 22 people already. So let's go ahead. Salmon. Oh, soft mom. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Where are you watching from? Yeah. Welcome. Thank you. All right, so let me tell you what the recipe is. We're going to be using 2.5 cups of flour. So I'm going to use mostly the oats flour, 1.5 cup, and a cup of wheat flour. Then it's going to be half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of warm water, of course a pack of the yeast, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And that's it. That's all it's going to be. All right. So let's get on with it. So it's going to, start with the water first. It's going to be 1.5 cups of warm water. So let me get that ready. Don't want it just a little warm. Not. Okay. All right, so 1.5 cups of warm water. That's 1 cup. And then 1/2 cup. There you go. Now I need to dry these cups before I start the dry ingredients. Now, after you pour your 1.5 cups of water in your container, you're going to pour the yeast in there and stir it up. Welcome, virtual. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. And those of you who have not yet subscribed, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, so the yeast is stirred in. And now I'm going to be adding the flour, the salt, and the oil. So it's going to be 1.5 cups of the oats. I'm using more of that because that would make it oat bread. 1 cup here and 1/2 cup here. And 1 cup of the wheat flour. It's going to give the bread a nutty taste. I can show this 1 cup, yeah. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Just eyeball it. 1, 2. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is 1/4 teaspoon, so I'll use 2 of it. There you go. And now I'm just going to be mixing. If you're just coming in, welcome. As the title suggests, I'm making oats bread in the air fryer. Can you tell me from where you're watching? I'd like to know. You can just give the country. So I'm stirring this really well. I want to make sure the wheat and the oats are thoroughly combined. And I'm also going to be making some kale chips. The kale came from the garden. And anybody here has ever had kale chips? Crispy kale chips. It's delicious. I challenge you, once you see how to make it, if you've never had it, to make yours too. It's the easiest thing you'll ever do. Yeah, so mixing this in very soon. Yeah, that looks like it's mixed up already. And of course, since there's yeast in there, one thing that must be done, you have to set it down to rise, to proof. All right, so. All right, so before I have to cover it, I'm going to be covering it with plastic wrap. Hello, Sheila. Welcome, Sheila. Thank you for coming. For those of you just coming in, I'm making oats bread in the air fryer with just few ingredients: the flour, some oil, salt, and the water, the yeast. So I'm going to cover it with this and put a towel on top of it. Now this is going to be proofed for 1 hour. Now you don't think I'm going to let you wait for an hour though, are you? Do you? I'm going to put this away. And I'm bringing you one that's been proofing for just about an hour. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just, I think I need about 5 more minutes for this one. But I thank you for coming. Can you tell me from where you're watching? Welcome, Sophie, Yaya, Virtual, Sheila. Thank you for your thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let me just give him this 5 more minutes. And while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to prepare the container for the kale chips. Yeah, I'm going to be using the oven for the kale chips too, and so I'm going to preheat it for 275. All right, I think this looks like it has, yeah, this has risen. So let's take that off. So what's going to happen now with this? It's going right into the air fryer container here. So this is parchment paper. So I put parchment paper in it. So all you have to do, if you have one of these that comes with this at the bottom, just take it out, put your parchment paper in there, and now I'm going to scoop this right into it. So just remember, this has been sitting for an hour. So let me separate it from the sides. And by the way, when you put your parchment paper in, make sure you cut it down so that it doesn't get burned from the coils that's on the top of the air fryer. I hope you guys can see. Before I put it back in there, I'm going to put some flour on top of it. I should have also sprayed the sides so that they come out easily. I'm going to put some oil around the side. If you have a sprayer, you can do it, or you can just gently wipe some oil around it. There you go. And just take a paper towel and wipe around. Now I'm going to put a little bit of flour on top and a few of the oats too. The oats. This is the same oats from which I had made the oat flour last night. Just a little bit that's left. So I put a little bit of the oats on top. And this is going to be sitting in the air fryer for, it's going to be resting for 20 minutes before we start it. And it's going to rise a little bit more in size. So it goes in there for 20 minutes. Now while that is rising, hello God's child. I'm here watching, listening to you while I work on a project here. All right, okay, hope all is well. It is. I hope all is well for you too. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Now, while that is rising, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make kale chips. All right, so let me clean up a little bit. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your time. Kale chips is very, very easy to make. And it's crispy. And then you can season it the way you want too. Now this kale came from the garden a couple nights ago on one of the lives. I was showing how to prepare it for freezing. Now I didn't put it in the freezer because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So all of it didn't go in the freezer. I put some in the freezer, so this is left out. And so to make the kale chips, I'm going to put some in the container, pour a little bit of olive oil in it, and choose your favorite seasoning, any seasoning that you like. Oh, just in time, the oven is ready for it. So I'm using this. It's a Maggi aromatic and zesty garlic seasoning. But you can choose anything. You can even put just curry if you want, or just salt if you want. Oh, yes, and a little bit of salt. It's going to go in there. All right, so that much. I think that's good enough. You want to make sure that when you put it in the container, that you're spreading it out. And make sure that I have my timer on for this thing so that I'll be ready. It will be ready. I'll be ready when it's ready. All right. All right, so I think this is enough for this container. Yeah. Now, just eyeball it and put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, with your favorite seasoning, whatever your favorite seasoning is, you're going to season. If it's just salt you want in there, just go ahead and put a salt. I'm not going to put any salt in there because there is some salt already in the seasoning. So I'm not going to put extra salt. And you're going to massage the seasoning in there. So since I'm working with bread, make sure I have my gloves on. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, remember, you're forgetting something though. You're forgetting your thumbs up. Who forgot their thumbs up? Check, it might maybe you. If you're watching from your device, just double tap the screen. Now, when this goes in the oven, you could also do this in the in your air fryer. So this is going to go into the oven though at 275 degrees for about 25 minutes. You can put it in the air fryer for 275, but for 15 minutes. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh, yes, you found out it was you. Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm spreading this out in here. This is a very simple but delicious snack. Kale chips. Anybody here has ever done it or ever eaten it? And now I'm going to put it in the oven for about 25 minutes. All right. Yes, folks. So the bread, the dough, I should say, is in the air fryer. It's not on yet. It's just, see if we can see what it looks like. It's rising a little bit more. And it's staying in there just for 20 minutes. Then I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes. And then turn it over for 10 more minutes. And we'll have a fully baked bread. Yeah, but in 25 minutes now, the kale will be coming out of the oven. So no one has ever had kale chips? Anybody? No? Has anyone ever made bread in the air fryer? God's child is saying, like, guys, it's free, free, free. You can say that again. Thank you. Thank you, God's child. It is free. Subscribing is free. Liking is free. Sharing is free. Yeah. You don't have to pay anything. Well, then I'm just going to go ahead and start doing some cleanup. Something I like to do when I'm in the kitchen. I like to clean up immediately. While we wait for the bread to finish its rising and the kale chips to finish baking. How is everyone doing? Nobody talking to me tonight? Oh, you tired? This was a long day? But I thank you for coming, though. Thank you for watching. Thank you, God's child. He said ads. I appreciate it. So now that I have another batter dough sitting over there waiting to rise. That will have to be baked tonight too. So once this one comes out, I just go ahead and put that in. Bread doesn't last long in my house. We enjoy eating bread, especially the homemade ones. So, and then I like to bake them and give them away too. Desna, looking forward for this in the air fryer. Interesting. Yes, Desna. I know it's way, into your bedtime. But thank you for stopping by, Desna. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I just finished mixing up the dough and it's resting now. It's resting in the air fryer for 20 minutes. And once that is over, then it will be baked at 380 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Then I turn it over and bake it for another 10 minutes. And it should be crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. I like that the crust should be really crusty. Desna, have you ever had kale chips? Pastor Joan, blessings to you too. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome, welcome. For those who are just coming, I'll tell you what I've done so far. Last night I made the oats flour from Oats. Check out that live. It's called How to Make Oatmeal. So I've used the oatmeal tonight to make bread, but I added some wheat flour to it. So it's 1.5 cups of oatmeal, not just oats, oatmeal, and 1 cup of wheat flour. And of course a pack of yeast, active dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, all in warm water. You can go back and check out the beginning. Mix it up in warm water, and after it's mixed up, you put it away to rise, cover it up, put it away to rise for 1 hour. And so what I did was earlier was started the first process and have a second one that was waiting to rise. That's the second one now that I'm working on. Because of course I couldn't let you sit around for 1 hour to wait for it to rise. So it's in the air fryer waiting. Let's see how much more time is left. I have 6 minutes left before I turn it on and let it start baking for 30 minutes. But in the meantime, I have kale chips in the oven. Simple recipe. Get some kale. Kale came from the garden. Put about 2 depending on how much kale you have. Put some olive oil in it, and with your favorite seasoning, marinate it in the container. Then spread it out in a bowl or a baking sheet. Put it in the oven, 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. And when it comes out, you'll see how crispy it is. Light and airy and delicious. So it's best to use your very favorite seasoning. That way you know you will eat it. Those are fresh kale. Going to be nicer. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, thank you. So we're waiting for the bread to finish. So nobody answered me. Have you ever had kale chips? Yes? No? Four and a half minutes to go. Oh, Gina says no, she never had it. Okay, thank you. Yes, I answered in the chat. Oh, you did. Okay, I didn't see. Sorry. You have? Yeah. It's delicious, isn't it? Yeah. I know that where most of you are, it's very cold. Just suddenly this evening, the temperature started dropping here. I mean, it was in the 70s, and all of a sudden, it just dropped dramatically. I can feel it. I can feel it really cold. Oh, Gina says, I'm going to make some. Thanks for telling me how to. Okay, great. Gina says, I make it all the time. I use coconut oil. Sure, it's nice. No guilt at all. Eat till you're full. Exactly. That's the thing about this one. You don't have to have any guilt. You just eat it until you're full. Yeah. Yeah, man. Coconut oil will be very nice too. Yeah. Wow. And the seasoning that I use on this one has some garlic, and I'm telling you, it's smelling nice in here. Sharnette. Hello, Sharnette. Seems like the whole world getting cold, miss. You can say that again. God's child is saying, hi there, Desna. Yeah. Let me see what the temperature. Father, God's child is saying, oh, she's saying hi to Pastor Joan. Right now it's 53 degrees. And it went up to 71 today. And that's 53. Yeah. Everywhere it's getting cold. Even in the islands. Can you believe that? Hi, Pastor John. God's child is saying, hi, Gina. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Thank you so much. We have another minute and a half. And I'm going to open up the air fryer to show you what it looks like in there. And it's going to be baked for 30 minutes and 380 degrees Fahrenheit. And then, after 30 minutes, I turn it over for another 10 minutes. I'm going to cut into it when it's finished so you can all see what it's like. And who knows, maybe next week you'll be trying it too. Because when you can bake your own bread, it's so simple. Why even go buy any? I know you have flour in the house. You have flour, you have oil, you have salt. The only thing you may not have is the yeast. God's child says, open what? Adds chipped in. Oh, open what? What did we say open? I don't remember what we said about opening. Hi there, Iona. Welcome. What did we say? We were talking about the weather, how it's getting cold everywhere. And we talk about the kale chips. And a couple of people said they've had it. Desna says she uses coconut oil. And you can eat to your heart's content because you have no guilt then. You just eat that. Yeah. Okay. Time's up. Time's up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you what it's like in here. You were saying something about open something, but the ads came on. Does anybody remember what I was saying about open something? Okay, I can see it has gotten a little bigger. So now what I'm going to do is turn it on, bake, air fried at 380 degrees for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. There you go. And once that is over, then for another 10 more minutes. But by then, the kale chips should be out. I need to go check on it too, because it will burn easily. Okay, so this is baked at 275 degrees for 25 minutes, but you may be able to do it for less. But if you can do it you can also do it in your air fryer for less than 25 minutes. I do it for 15 minutes in the air fryer. Wow, thanks for the demonstration, sis. Okay, guys, Cha. Oh, Shana said, open the air fryer and show us. Was I taking too long to open it, Shanette? Shana said, open up the air fryer and show us the bread. I think I was trying to remember what I was talking about when she says open something. Don't remember what I was saying, and nobody seemed to remember. 4 degrees there. Yuck. There's not. Yeah, there's not. I know. I was there just a week and a half ago. no, that's what you said. Oh, that's what I said about open. Okay. I get it, Shernet. God's child, Shernet is saying that I said I'm going to open the air fryer and show you what's in it when it's ready. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shernet. You see how miscommunication happens? Yeah, that's how miscommunication happens. Uh, I am I am stirring up the kale chips. Can I turn it over? It's not ready yet. The oven takes a little longer than the air fryer. Yeah, the oven is taking a little bit longer than the air fryer. The air fryer does it really, really crisp. Yeah. So did you hear that, God's child? You heard what I was saying? Uh-huh. Shannon, I definitely need to learn to make bread. And it's quite easy. Desna said, then you were here when it was minus, and more. Listen, it was cold. And not only that, raining and windy. Cold on top of cold. Yeah, it was. Cold on top of cold. Yes, I did. I responded, okay, God's child, TV, thank you. You know, you go the comments move so quickly that sometimes I don't see what everybody says. But I thank you. It's 36 degrees here. Yeah, in Carolina's there. Yeah, that's cold. We had that in the 30s last week too, even 32. That's very unusual here. Oh yeah, Charnette knows that too. Very unusual for it to go down that low. That even the iguanas are falling out of the trees. So as long as they don't fall on me, that's okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Falling iguanas. Sorry, I'm putting away stuff while we wait. Who has iguanas in their area? Anybody here has iguanas where they are? Well, I know you wouldn't find them where you are, Desna, because they don't like cold weather. Give me 27 degrees. That's standard for high temperature in the UK. If we get 30, we're happy. Then people mourning how it's hot. Listen, when I was there, I saw people jogging in shorts. Shernette said they're hiding. But people are capturing them though, because it's the best time to catch them and take them to where they get rid of them. Yeah, their body is frozen. They can't do nothing. They just drop and freeze. Yeah. I know that sometimes when we say it's cold here, people are saying, cold what? Yeah, but even 50-something degrees is cold for us. Even in Jamaica here, they're getting 60 degrees in certain places. Yeah. Degrees. But the one thing though, there's not that we didn't see any. It didn't snow. It doesn't seem to snow a lot there. Huh? It just gets cold and rainy. We have the chips. The kale chips will be finished before this is. Then I used to make bread with mom. It was a long process then, yeah. But it sounds pretty easy these days. Must try it and make use of the air fryer. You should. Really, Desna? No, 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 not me. She's talking about the cold weather there. Gosh, give me my warm weather. I know. Me too. If I have a choice, I take the warm. I can go cool down. Yeah, but cold is just uncomfortable, man. You know, at nights, when you see we have to put on heat, we have to put on the heater. You know, that's really, really cold for us. But there is a subscriber here named Dan. He's from Romania. Many times he's telling me it's 2 degrees Celsius. And then right after that he says it's 0 degrees Celsius. We had it bad 2 weeks ago with the snow. Oh yeah? It made an attempt on Tuesday, but it did not stick. Oh. When I went there was no snow. I guess it was before I got there. Okay. Yeah. But you don't get that often though. Let me see what's going on with the kale chips. Not ready. It did not stick. Well, there are people here who loves it when it's cold. They really do. They look forward to it. I mean, I'd take 65. 65 is okay. Once it starts dropping lower than that, no, not my cup of tea. God's child, I see that you also have a lot of snow in your area. A whole lot too. Let's see what's going on inside there. Yep, the bread has risen. Thank you for coming. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your thumbs up too. Gosh, not anymore. We had it only for one night. It's all melted now? Oh, but a lot came down that one night though. Because I saw from your video, the outside there, it's melted. That's good. You know, in the Northeast, their issue is it all turned ice so quickly that the issue they have right now is just that the place is just icy. Snow on top of snow. Yeah. Like in Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York, just pure ice. There's not saying not often. You don't have snow often. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks in total. Wow. Over November to April. 65. No, man, they are hell. 65, what are you talking about? 65 is really, really nice. We had 40 once, and my poor cat was panting for life. I love to eat, but 65, no, sir. What? Six, that's just perfect for me. 65 is too hot for you? 65 is sweater weather here, just like in Jamaica. 65 is sweater weather. But I guess when you live in the cold for a long time, that is not cold for real. I can understand that. I can understand that. But even for the iguanas, it's too cold for them. 65. Yeah. But you know, the iguana, quite a lot of people don't know that iguanas are not native to Florida. They are an invasive species. And they are messing up with the ecosystem and the environment. They're eating down everything they see that's green. Yes, but this weather is something else, Pastor John. Yeah, you're in that same. I think you're in the same state with God's child. So me ready with my butter. Is the bread ready? You see the you see the time on it? 20 more minutes before I turn it over. I know you're ready with your butter. Yeah, I'm ready with my butter too. And you know, and I have the second bread. I have to do that tonight too. The one that I demonstrated to you. I have to. It's about. It's almost double in size. Hot bread. Hot bread and butter. What else do you eat hot bread with? Hot bread and what? Bread and butter. You make guava jam with that massive one you picked. That would go down nice. No, I didn't make guava jam enough. I don't know. I just love it in juices. So I juice it and freeze it. I don't even enjoy eating it as much as I do drinking it in juices. Because those little seeds, kind of annoying to me. Pear, hot bread and pear, yeah, sharing it. Yeah, man, back in the days, hot bread and pear was the thing. June pear season, bread and pear. And even if you don't have no butter and you have some oil, put some oil on that bread. That's what they do, like in Italy. They eat their bread with olive oil. Sometimes when you go to the restaurant and they give you bread, you get some oil too. What about cheese? Bread and cheese? Good old cheese though. Let me check up on that kale chips. It needs about 10 minutes. And this is going to be finished in 17 minutes. Gosh, child, oh Lord, stop all this bread and cheese. Are you hungry? Are you hungry, God's child? Good old pear, yes. I'm sure they said pear. There's no cheese, them said no good for human consumption as apparently it never digests. Hey, it just tastes good. Sure they said bread and gravy. What kind of gravy though? Hey, not just any gravy. Yes, that's what I heard. Yeah, them said cheese, It's one of the things that can clog your heart. Bread and gravy, yeah. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. The parchment paper is kind of covering it a little bit. But it's cooking, it's cooking. I say, give me a bread back. And me and you good. Peanut butter maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, the back of the bread. Yeah. Gosh, I said we've been eating all these foods over the years, but only in this century we are hearing about all this negativity on our foods. Yeah. See, because they process them so much, you know. Back then when people were eating it, it wasn't all this processed. Right, there's a yes. The bread back. A lot of people used to want to throw away. True. God's choices, yeah. The process. So, if you're just coming in, welcome. Thank you for coming. We are halfway, well, about halfway for the bread to be finished baking, because once it comes out in 14 minutes, it's going to be turned over and then bake for another 10. And before I can cut it, it has to cool down a little bit, because once it starts cooling down, it gets softer. Me good with the bread back. Gone to bed, as them say, yard. Okay, Desna, I know it's way past your bedtime. It's about 2 in the morning there. So have a good night's rest. Watch tomorrow, you'll see the end result. Yeah, she already know how the chips gonna come out, because she does the chips all the time. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Hearts are good enough. Thank you so much. Checking on the chips. Hmm. 12 more minutes, guys. If you're just coming in, welcome. Thank you for stopping by to see how I make my bread in the air fryer. And this is from the oatmeal that I made last night. Check out that live, how to make oatmeal from oats, or to make oatmeal with my food processor. All right, it's telling me I got 10 minutes. Those chips are smelling so good. Got the garlic smell. Soon finished, guys. Yeah. Coming down to the end there. In about 2 minutes, the kale chips will be ready. It takes a much longer time in the oven than it does in the air fryer. And the air fryer also makes it even crispier. We are waiting like little children, Shernette. Oh, the wait won't be too long, man. 4 more minutes and then you'll see it, and it's turned over. The best part though is after it's cooled. I make it cool for about 5 minutes. You just see how it suddenly gets soft, bouncy, and crusty on the outside. But when you cut into it, it's soft. Yeah. All right. Pastor John. All right. Here's the chips. Now, when you, it is crispy, very crispy, and delicious. And if you put your favorite, spices, you will really enjoy it even more. And to keep it crispy, if you're not going to eat all at one time, you put it in a Ziploc. Let me get this under the running water. It's hot. It is such a difference when you do it in the air fryer, though. In the air fryer, can you hear that? How crispy it is. That's delicious. It's just a surprisingly simple thing that comes out such a deliciousness. Wow. Nice. Yes, that's chow. It's nice. And if you don't have any seasoning, you have a little bit of salt, just put a dash of salt in there, stir it up, marinate it, put it in the oven. And like Desna said, you can eat as much as you want and without guilt. Oh, you hear the crunch? Yeah, it did. It is crunchy, and it's even crunchier in the air fryer. Remember, when you put it in the air fryer, you just put it in there for 15 minutes. The oven takes much longer. Yeah, it is. Oops. Well, well, well. You hear that? So what I need to do now, okay, take a look. I have to turn it over. Hold on, I need to hold it with let me get a towel. Because this thing is hot. Ooh. And it goes back for 10 minutes. Okay. The air fryer is almost programmed for the bread. It knows what's going to happen next, and so it just goes right to 10 minutes. Wow, this is delicious. I'm going to share this. It's not so salty. I wish I could share this with you guys. This is really good. Pastor Jones says, nice, good job. Yes, thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye, Pastor John. It's a great snack. Yes, it's sharing it. It is a great snack. Great snack. Listen, bye. Thank you for the hearts. Almost there. I know you mean Pastor Joan. He comes out as Father Joan, but Pastor Joan. Excuse me. All right. It's telling me 4 minutes. Thank you for your thumbs up, guys. And for those of you who have subscribed, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. All right. Okay. The time has come. Here we are. I'm going to let it cool for about 5 minutes. See the crust? But once it cools, it will be soft. Put it on, cut it on top of this. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Thank you for staying. Those of you who stayed, thank you so much. Let's get this cooled down a little bit before. Let me just put it up here, because I need to get this cooled down to put the second bread in. That bread that I started out with in the demonstration, that's ready. So a little bit more. I'm showing it. All right. I like the crust. It's nice and crusty. I know you guys are waiting to see. Well, let me just go ahead and cut it. You hear that crust? Look at the inside. Look at that. It's hot. Yeah. It's delicious bread. You should wait for it to cool down or else it will break up. Ooh, see that heat coming out of it? That's child. Whoa, yeah. Okay. Let me just cheat a little bit and get the butter. I could eat a piece with my Milo tea. Oh, yes. I should have asked you what you drink it with. Yeah. Ooh. Look at that. Wow, it's melting. And that's one bread down. I'm going to have to do the other one now. What this? You hear that crust? Wow. Yeah, that tomato cheese sounds good. Okay, I should have finished spread off very well. Before you go, I want to show you what the demonstration looks like now that it has risen. Let me get my parchment paper. Let me get this out of the way so you can see. Okay, all right, son. Let's do it. And I don't even think I can put it in there. I'm going to send the air fryer because, oh, it is cooled down. All right. But I thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Let me get my scissors. Cut the corners down, or else it will be burned. Thank you guys for hanging out. I wasn't gonna, I was gonna sign off, but I just keep it running for anybody who comes on late and can see the second process. But I appreciate your time. I know it's late for many people right now. All right. I just spread it out a little bit. The heat will go right through it easier. I'm going to put some flour and oats on top of it. Remember, the first time you put it in, you don't turn it on. You wait for 20 minutes for it to increase in size again. Yeah. So if you're just coming in, this is how I make bread in the air fryer. It's going to be at 380 degrees for 30 minutes first. Hold on, let it plug in. Air fry 380 at 30 minutes. Oops, wrong. I'm not supposed to plug it in yet. I'm supposed to let it sit for 20 minutes, right? In a hurry. That's right. After 20 minutes, then it's 380 degrees for 30 minutes. Then you turn it over for another 10 minutes. And that's how we make the bread in the oven, in the air fryer. I'm thankful to those of you who stayed and watched the process. And this is the first loaf. Thank you so much. Thanks for the demonstration. Yes, Charlotte, you're welcome. Have a good night. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your thumbs up too. In 15 minutes, we start the second loaf. It's rising now in the air fryer. Welcome. Just waiting for the bread, for the dough, I should say, to rise in the air fryer for another, let me see how many minutes. It has another 13 minutes to go. We actually went through one already. This one. That's delicious. We have another 10 minutes. I'll show you what it looks like in the air fryer. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for stopping by this late evening. My intention was to log off after the first loaf, but I thought maybe other people might jump on just to see the process. Since I had to do the second one I'm doing now is a demonstration. It was a partial demonstration of the first one. So now that this one has risen, it's ready to go into the air fryer. So I'll just do it tonight. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Okay, guys, let me show you what it looks like now. Yes. And now it's going to go on for 30 minutes at 380 degrees. There it is, it's ready. Welcome. We are making oat bread in the air fryer. Another 20 minutes before we turn it over. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. Well, this is actually our second loaf of bread. The first loaf is over here. And so I'm now making the second loaf, which was part of the first demonstration. And it's got 18 more minutes before it's turned over. Welcome. Thank you for your thumbs up. God's child, you still here? Yeah, I didn't know you were still here. I'm working on the second loaf. I just decided to keep it running for anybody who may come in later. Well, welcome again. The second one here, 11 minutes before it's turned over. Yeah, second loaf coming up, my dear. Yes, I'm still here working on something here. Okay, I see. Appreciate that. 4 more minutes. Here. Stuck in the middle. Hey, hey. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Stuck in the middle. This is the second loaf. Here's the first one. So this second one came as a result of the partial demonstration before I placed it in the microwave. It had to be put aside so the yeast could rise. And so now that it has risen, I've decided to put this in here, and rather than log off, I just decided to stay so that other people may come on later, like you did. How are you doing and what are you up to? Oh, that looks good. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just making my bread, showing how I make bread in the air fryer. Yeah. So this one is the oat bread. Last night I showed how to make oat flour from oats. So I've used the flour to now make bread. So that's what we are. So we have 3 minutes before I turn over the bread that is now in the air fryer. So you'll see that. I also showed how to make kale chips. Here's a sample of what it looked like when it was finished. Crispy, delicious, just something to snack on. Yeah, so that's kale chips. So 2 more minutes before this comes out and turn over. So I'm gonna get ready. Put it over here. So you can see better when it's getting ready to turn over. Less than a minute now. And this bread is crispy, crunchy on the outside, but soft in the middle. Yeah. About 20 more seconds. 2 of my plants have died. Oh, which 2? Whether if they're outdoor, yeah, they're gonna die. You know, because this weather is not for tropical plants, so anything is possible with that. Okay. Here's what it looks like so far. So I'm just going to turn it over now. It's kind of hot right now, but there you go. And it goes right back for another 10 minutes. I have a lot of things planted, so I can only take so much out of the ground. Yeah, I didn't take anything out of the ground. You know, that's how it is. You win some and you lose some. One of my crown daisies and my pepper plant, it was just too cold outside, yeah, so it didn't survive. I put blankets on it, I wrapped it, it still didn't, no, it's too cold. Yeah. So I didn't do anything with mine. I just knew it was just a defeat. It was pointless to even do anything. So I know my pepper plants, yeah, I see the pepper plants, they're just limping. Yes, when I looked at them yesterday, they were just limping. And now we're getting another cold front. I know they're gonna die. So That's how it is, you know. Like I said, you win some and you lose some. So you just have to accept it and enjoy what we have. Yeah. I didn't even bother to take anything in. It was just too much, like you said, you know. Which one do you take in? You're like, oh. It was crazy because the pepper plant that I had, it was the chili pepper plant. It definitely doesn't like the temperature. It likes between 60 and 90 degrees. Yeah. And it was down to 32. So it is, my dear. When it's not one thing, it's another. Last time it was the pest that we had the problems with. This year we have no pest. But now it's the weather. Cold weather. So you just never know. You don't even know what you can plan for. The cold weather killed all the pests. If not, they are hibernating. Yeah. Yeah, they don't really like the pests. They don't like the cold weather. But usually, before the cold weather came, usually this time of the year, when it didn't get so cold, the pests would be just rampant. I'm talking white flies and aphids. But I didn't have any this year at all. And I think it's a result of the cloves. And I got some more cloves today. But what I'm going to do with it now, let me show you. Instead of putting it whole like I usually do, like this one, I'm going to ground it. I think I may just do it live. Yeah, I'm going to ground it in my food processor. Tell me how that ends up. It very well. I have not, since I've been using it, I have not had any pests at all. I started using it when we started planting for the season. And when I tell you what a big difference it has made, none. We used to be bombarded with white flies, especially. Aphids too, but the white flies was the worst. So since we started planting in September, yeah, no white flies whatsoever. So like you said, the cold weather also helps. So I've not had to use any in the garden since it started getting cold. But I'm gonna do it live, the grounding it, so you can see. Because I know somebody's gonna ask how it's done. I had fruit flies one time. It killed my tomatoes on no seeds, but I put one on the fly catchers in my bathroom because I have a big bathroom with my plants in it. It's been working. Okay. Definitely going to try that again. Yeah. Oh. I don't know what I do for fruit flies. Like, inside of the house, like, you have your fruits and fruit flies will come around. What I do is, to keep them out of the house, is put some vinegar, apple cider vinegar, in a glass container. Like, let me just show you. I have them here in one of these. So, and it's too bad yesterday I threw out the one I had that had some in there. In this glass this type. I put some apple cider vinegar in there with a couple drops of dish soap, and then I use a piece of paper to make a funnel and take off the cap and put it there, put it in the inside. The funnel is going down, and fruit flies are attracted to it. Once they go inside the paper, they go right to the bottom and die. They never come back out. And so that's how I keep my house clean of fruit flies. And so even when we're going away on vacation, I leave a jar in the table in the kitchen. It cleans the air as well. So that, I don't know if you want to try that to keep them even out of the bathroom or wherever else. That has proven to be 100% effective. Yeah, every time I really have problems in my bathroom because I have so many plants, I wouldn't even consider a bathroom anymore from how much plants I have in there. I consider a green room. Okay, so do that to see if you can get rid of the. You should. That's how it works for the fruit flies. Yeah. Let me see if I have one of the funnel that I had made from the paper. Okay, yeah. So let me show you how. So you may want to put like maybe 2 bottles in there. So for example, here's the jar. And I would take a piece of paper, make like a funnel after I put the liquid in there, and just drop it in the jar like that. Don't make it touch the liquid though. And I'm telling you, next day you go and you look under there in the liquid, all the fruit flies will be in there. On my broccoli, I can't wait until my broccoli starts sprouting. How long does it take for you? I think I'm not like 5 months. Yeah, it's about that. It's about 5 months. Broccoli is very slow. I noticed that. It's slow. So you just have to be patient with it. It's not really producing anything though. I'm thinking it might be the cold. It could be, but be patient. Don't get rid of it. If the leaves are turning yellow or brown, those I would pick off, Yeah, but stay with it. Because you're going to feel like nothing is happening, and then all of a sudden, every one of them start producing something. That's the same thing we had. As a matter of fact, up to this week, I found a plant that had a little one on it that I did not even notice. Yeah, I've been picking it off and I've been tying it towards the bottom, and I noticed it. It keeps it a little more moist and warm. Yeah, it does. You're going to be surprised. Once you start seeing one, then you're going to start seeing the others. Oh, okay, it's finished now. So this is the end of the second one, but it has to be cool before I can even think about cutting it. Let me put it right here. I'm going to turn it over and let it cool. Nice and crusty on the outside. Yeah. So when it gets cool and I push my finger in there, it will just bounce. Because that's what happens. It softens up as it cools. Yes, folks, so that's how I make my bread now. I used to have a bread maker. We've had it for decades, but it has used up its time. And so when I realized we could do it in this thing that I have sitting here on my counter, I said, okay, I'll try it. So that's what I've been doing. I'm still learning. I've been doing this about 8 months. Okay. Yeah, we're all learning. Believe me. Every day you learn something new. But it's rewarding. It sure is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this one up while this one is cooling down. See how soft it is on the inside? I said, I'm coming over to eat some bread. Well, yeah. Some people put their order in, so they're coming with their butter. Somebody said they're coming with their butter. And every day it gets better and better. Yes, folks. That's it. I have to get my another bread. This is my third bread for the day. I got this morning to make one, and half of that one is gone. So I'm going to have to use my second bread container. Put this one in. It's still kind of warm. Yeah. See if I can reach it. Okay. They look like they're so happy. Ah, let me see now. I think I just had another crown daisy die. The other one's not doing too good. It's kind of sucks, but my peppers are doing very good in my bathroom. Oh, it's kind of funny. It sure is. It is. Oh. I'm not even going to go out there and check tomorrow to see what's going on, because it's going to be cold tomorrow. So I might as well just wait until the weekend is over. All right, let me get rid of these crumbs. So no, I won't be baking any more bread for another maybe 5 days. I just come in. I'm sick of it being this cold. This has been a kind of a long one for us. I cannot remember a time when this cold weather stuck around for so long. Can't remember. I don't remember it ever doing it for so long. I mean, we used to get maybe 1 or 2 days the most, but this just going on continuously. Yeah. The government has to start messing with. Have to start messing with the weather. Oh, oh, did you see the kale chips that I made earlier too? In between the wait time for the bread to rise, I made some crispy kale chips. Have you ever had them? Or have you ever made them before? It's delicious. You just make sure your kale is totally dry. Get a bunch of kale, pour some olive oil on it, and season it with your favorite seasoning. Then you put it in the oven at 275 degrees for about 25 minutes, or in the air fryer at 275 degrees for 15 minutes. The air fryer does a better job. This was done in the oven, but the air fryer makes it even more crispier, very airy and light, just delicious. Yeah. So when you do your kale, when you harvest your kale, make some kale chips. I can't remember it either. I've lived here about 24 years. Yeah, I've been here about 30, at least 30, 31, and never seen it like this. Yeah, so every time, it happens and the cold is over and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go out in the garden and prune what I need to prune and do stuff, I might as well just wait until winter is over. Because they'll be pruning every 2 weeks. Yeah. So this bread has to be, I don't even think I'm going to cut it tonight. It has to be cool. The other one I jumped ahead. And if it's not cool properly, it will tend to come apart while you're cutting it up. But when it gets cool, it gets soft. No, I haven't. I definitely will try once I grow it. Yeah, try it. It's delicious. You can just go back to the video and watch it. It's on this video, because the title also says plus kale chips. Yeah. So it's been a while now. It's almost, more than 2 hours now. Wasn't intended to be this long, but as people keep coming on, so I kept it. I have terrible organizing skills. I don't know what is what. And I have 4 containers growing 4 different things. Oh, so then you need a marker. You need to get those little markers that you write what it is you grow and put it in the ground, because you will definitely not remember what it is once you plant them. You just have to wait. You're going to have to wait until something grows out of it. Yeah, so do that. You can get those. I know Amazon sells them. And you probably get them at your nursery stores. Little marker, they're called markers. Yeah. Or get some popsicle sticks then. Yeah, get some popsicle sticks, right what they are and just stick them in the ground. Yes. Yes, folks, so this is it. I thank you for coming. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. And those of you who have subscribed, I really do appreciate it. And I think the next one I'm going to show you how I ground up my whole cloves that I use in the garden. I see like these little white bugs in one of my plants. White bugs? You sure it's not white flies? And if it's indoor, you're going to have a host of them. I think it's white flies you're seeing. So if you see one, you should get rid of it immediately. Because where there's one, there's more. It's the cloves that I've used that deter them. Or if you have neem oil, that's good to use. It's an organic pesticide. It's plant-based. So get to it as quickly as possible. Those things work overnight. In my opinion, they work overnight. Yeah. So I'm going to end the live right here, folks. Thank you so much again for your time and for your comments and for subscribing and for your thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I wish for you, aphids, same thing. Use neem oil for them. They spread fast. They spread rapidly. Have yourself a very good weekend, folks. Take care of yourself and so that you can take care of others. See you next time.